These are some of the cards that I would look forward to for Maze of Millennia. Let's get into it. What's going on, fellow tryhards? It's Tom with Tryhard Gaming, bringing you back a brand new video. So as you can see, we're not in the regular spot where we were before. Currently setting up a new studio for you guys. So I've got a couple new things. Got a new mic. I'm going to be getting a boom arm here soon. And we got a GoPro now for our Top Deck Archives and our local Menace series. So a lot of new things coming out for you guys. If you haven't got to watch the short, I kind of go over a little bit. Just kind of do the same thing, a preview. So we now have a new Hero 12 Black for GoPro. I'm really excited to break that in and do some more recording. A lot of new things coming up here soon. So, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of the cards. So there's a few cards with this new set coming up, Maze of Millennia. I feel like there's going to be a lot of cool cards that are going to really shift the game prior to the Phantom Nightmare format. So one of which being I'd like to go over is a really good card for any sort of rank 8 or level 8 engine like Horus, which would be number 1 Infection Buzz King. This card is a good time card if you're in a time crunch. So for those who don't know, I'll kind of have a picture here, but if I can't find the English translation version, I'll go ahead and read you the effect. So it's 2+ level 8 monsters. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can attach one card from your opponent's graveyard to this card as a material. And then you can use one of the following effects once per turn. If this card is XYZ summoned, so right on summon, you can look at your opponent's extra deck and send one card from their extra deck to the graveyard. So you are able to, one, get one of the most important things in the game, which is information. You're able to get early information. If you're able to go first, you're able to see what your opponent's playing. Sometimes if they draw, this is going to give you one of those dynamics in the game where if somebody doesn't draw what they want and you're able to go into this right off the rip and they can't imperm, then you are going to have all the information and they're either going to allow you to look through to see what they're playing, or they're just going to be like, let's go game 2. So this is going to be a really strong card coming up, and I'd recommend if you do plan on pulling Maze of Millennia, or if you plan on getting any singles from this set, I would recommend getting this, at least 1 or 2 of these at least. This card is going to be absolutely crazy with any sort of Horus engine. It's going to be great in the Labyrinth engine. It's going to be awesome. This set also has a lot of really good cards for Labyrinth specifically. So one of which, the next one being Transaction Rollback. Transaction Rollback is going to give you a lot of recyclability for your traps. So for those who don't know, Transaction Rollback, you pay half your life points, then target one normal trap in your graveyard, or in your opponent's graveyard, except Transaction Rollback, and then this effect becomes that normal trap's effect when it's activated. But you can also banish this card from your graveyard and pay half your life points, and then target one normal trap in your graveyard, and then this card becomes the effect of that. So it's going to be really strong to copy, say, if you're able to send an Eradicator Epidemic Virus, or if you're going to be able to send a Welcome Labyrinth, or if you have something like a Welcome Labyrinth or a any sort of normal trap that Labyrinth uses, like if any sort of utility, like Daruma Karma Cannon, anything. This card is just, it's a blank card that says here, pay half your life points, do anything that you need to do in the situation that is going on right now. So for those who are playing Labyrinth, this card is going to be crazy. It's going to be cracked. I really see this card being played in pretty much every trap deck for a long while. So, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of the other cards that are in this set. The other one that I'd kind of like to go over is probably one of my favorites, because not a lot of people have been talking about this, and it is Eye of Illusion. It's another illusion support card, because we know in the next couple sets, and I think it's Dune is when the first illusion card came out, with the Cornfield Codal and the Chimera stuff came out. A lot of the illusion stuff just started to roll in more and more as the sets continued. So this set is going to have a little bit of illusion support, and this one's not really talked about a whole lot, but I kind of want to talk about it and say I'd go ahead and recommend getting these if you can. And it's Eye of Illusion. It's got 3 different effects on it. If you control an illusion or spellcaster monster, you can pick one of these effects. So you're able to prevent an illusion or spellcaster monster from being destroyed by battle this turn. Not really for the illusion side, because most illusions can't be destroyed by battle anyway. So that one's more specifically for your spellcasters. Second effect is during your opponent's turn, target one face-up monster they control and snatch steal it until the end of the turn. So that's pretty solid. And then the third effect, it says whenever your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and then accept the attacking monster and change the attack target to it, and then perform damage calculation. So you can steal a monster, target, or it doesn't steal it, excuse me. You change the attack target to that, and then deal the damage, I suppose. So your opponent takes the damage of that because it does not steal it. So, and then it says immediately after perform damage calculation. So it locks them into attacking that singular monster. So if they if they have a big monster and like a little, like an 1800 beater, and they have an OTK machine sitting right next to it, you can be like, okay, I have illusion, swing. So you have to take that damage. Because it's one of those, it's a damage calculation card, so a lot of those are going to be kind of sticky, a little bit hard to play around. So I'm really excited to see what that can do for the illusion stuff. And then some of the the last one that a lot of people are really familiar with right now, that's going to help Fire King and Snake Eyes as well, is Bonfire. I've been waiting for this card to come out for a long time. In one of my previous videos, the Volcanic video, I mentioned that this card was going to really change a lot of things. And I believe that with this being added into Snake Eye, just as a pure Snake Eye engine as well, Fire King Snake Eye, just Volcanic, any sort of fire engine that has a pyro monster, these are going to be really good to pick up. Again, I would highly recommend, if you can, pick you up a playset of this card, pick you up a playset of some of the Volcanic stuff as well, because this card searches any level 4 or lower pyro monster from your deck. So this is going to be a really important card coming up here in the near meta as well. And then I have some of the honorable mentions that a whole lot of people haven't really been talking about, which is the Earthbound stuff. I've loved the Earthbound support. There's a lot of really cool stuff that I could see being important and playing a really big part here soon. And seeing Earthbound and new Earthbound support just really kind of brings it back to when I was a kid, when I played the game. And then my last one, which is probably should have been in the first part, which is the Photon Delta Wing. There's going to be more Photon support in this set. There's some cards that are, as far as I know, that are still not announced to my knowledge. But if there's more new cards that have to deal with Photon, you might see a couple more cards pop up as well, or a couple more decks for Photon come up, or even it being used as an engine. So, but guys, let me know what you think. Let me know down in the comments what you might want to see. Guys, we're almost at 100 subs. You guys have been killing it at the end of the year. We're not even a year in to this channel, and we're doing, in my opinion, fairly well. So, but keep an eye out, keep a lookout. We're going to be updating the studio here after a while, and I want to keep working on this throughout the week. So, and I'll give you a little bit of a tour whenever it's all finished and said and done. Guys, thank you. My name is Tricard Tom with Tricard Games. We'll see you next time. See you guys.